Oh, you need music. Nope, not there. Welcome in. Hey, Sense. How are you doing? I'm just getting set up here. Ooh, getting set up. Trying to get set up. What are you up to today? We're going to have music. Good. I haven't had any coffee yet, so if I'm doing good before, that's good, right? Really good. You're not going to have to look at me the whole time, but we're going to start out this way because I'm just going to show a couple things. Let me finish getting set up first. Sorry. I can't walk and chew gum. I don't know what makes me think I can set stuff up and have an actual conversation. Nope. Okay. So the multicast is on, and I lost the music. Thank you for your patience while I have some technical difficulties. Hey, Cupcake! Aged and eclectic. Just getting set up. I had music and I lost it because I was checking the there we go. Hey! Happy Thursday. You guys aren't going to be looking at me the whole time, but I'm just going to share a couple things that I got this week. Just in case, so if any, my intention with that is, I'm not trying to tell you to go buy more stuff unless you want it. But when I find certain things and I think they're cool and I'm going to be using them, I'm just sharing my experience. So if you're looking for something like that, maybe you consider getting it from there too. Needed Curiosities. How are you doing? So when I share those things, you guys get to look at me. And then when it gets time to create, I'm going to flip the camera down. So I want to show you guys some things. Also, it's really good to see you. It's really good to see you. It's really good to see all of you. Thank you for taking time out of your Thursday to come and hang out for a little while. It's been a while since I've had the camera on me, so I feel like, I need something to fidget with. I think I'm going to ask too, as the room cycles in and out. I've got these that I'm thinking of, you know, embellishing or enhancing for Let It Fall that's coming up, but I'm not quite sure what to do with these. So if you have any ideas or suggestions, that might lead me to an idea or a suggestion that would work for me. Also, it's hot as fucking here, so I'm gonna turn on the fan. Excuse me, just 1 second. Let me turn on the fan. And we don't have a dog in here today, but we probably will. So I figure we can hang out for an hour or two and just see how this goes. How's everybody's day doing so far? Hopefully good. Tell me about it. Let's have some coffee. Super boring work day. Yes, boring's better than bad, but boring is not very fun. Boring is not very fun at all. Hold on, let me tag a couple of people. Oh, Taylor, I forget your username. We'll just holler out the door at her. And then I can send. I feel like time's going by really fast. This is already the first week of October. Please copy the link for me. I'm a little bit in denial that it's already October. Not that I don't want it to be, but it's like, that's a little fast for me, you know? Okay, so I shared it out. So I wanted to share with you guys a couple things that I got this last week. So if you're looking for anything like this, you know, maybe it'll inspire you. I don't know. Also, is my favorite word, so take a shot every time I say So we found these at the dollar store a couple of years ago. No, 2 years ago, when we were living in a tiny house. We put these eyes on the door with some like caution tape, and it was really fun. I'm working on my outfit for Let It Fall. I just need some of that mummy wrap for down below. So this will be my outfit for Let It Fall, only they'll be a little higher. They had a few options to choose from. These are really cool. So I thought, that would be funny, right? Kelly, should I wear these? Should I just put those on? This will be my top outfit for Let It Fall. Camera will be facing me. It's going to be lots of fun. I'll have fall leaves coming out from behind my ears. No, I'm just kidding. No, I thought this would be fun to put on the door. And since it's outside and it's kind of like a damp time of the year, they're inexpensive. So I don't mind if they get a little bit warped and we save them for next year. So that'd be really fun. Really excited about those. We got some other things too, but I'm not sharing those right now. I didn't get Summer Dawn, Summer Dawn 2Ns. I like the idea of an outfit with those. I know, isn't that cool? Could do like I don't have it near me, but like the black, like the mummy mesh. They also have like the white or cream colored one. That would be really fun. Although I don't spend a lot of time in the sun in the summers anymore. My daughter's graduating as an esthetician, so because of that, she's learned a lot about skincare and sunscreen. So I'm not allowed to go outside without sunscreen. So I think maybe the black one would be a good contrast for my skin. But that'd be cool. Put that outfit and then put those big eyeballs there. I think that'd be funny. Can you imagine? If I show up, okay, Creative Curiosities, here's my outfit. So I got some things from Summer Dawn. I didn't get the pillow that she made of the owls. Part of that was my bad because I didn't bed up high enough on my, the pre-bid. Pre-bid you can put in. And then Creative Curiosities got the owl pillow I had a crush on. But I did get some things from Summer Dawn. I got some shelf liners. Of course, I wanted to use this in like a journal, maybe to cover like a super simple one. It's got a clean look. I'm sure I can turn that junky. Hey, Amazon. But I want to challenge myself if I use some of this in like a journal or some sort of a book that I make. I want to use at least one of these sheets or part of one of these sheets in something else. How are you doing? Just showing some things that I got this last week. Maybe the inspirations I had behind them might inspire somebody, or if you're looking for something similar, maybe you consider going in there. Hey, Bohemian Plus. I really want to use this for something other than a journal because I want to create some different things, but I know that I am really into journals. Like I've collected journals as long as I can remember. How you doing? I got these from Summer Dawn also. I'm going to keep my eyes out the next time she makes like a pillow or something. Those are cute. But this has the forest vibes I love. You got your portfolio yesterday and love it so much. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy you got there safe and I'm glad that you love it. Thank you so much for your support. Oh, there will be more. I actually had one that I started. It's of course a different one. I like to make them all different, but I have another one that I've started. I just haven't finished. So I'm sure I'll be sharing it here in the rotation here in the coming months. It might not make it out for just fall, but I feel like those sort of things aren't confined to seasons. So I'll be sharing that eventually. Oh, thank you. Hey, Summer Dawn. I'm sharing some of the treasures that I got from you. Not mad at Creative Curiosities at all for the pillow. I'm sure the owl's in a great home, but I totally had a crush on that pillow. But, and thank you for your kind words, Amazon. I like being here. I feel like the inspiration flows unless I'm having like a creative block or whatever. Usually that's like a me thing, but really inspired hanging out with you all and people who maybe create similar things, maybe create different things, maybe don't create with like art or materials, but you create a safe space in your home, or you create time for you to do the things that you like, or even just rest time, whatever that may be. So I like being around you guys. It's been great and inspiring. Oh, and before I forget, I hope YouTube hasn't flagged me for this yet, but I wanted to say hi to friends on the multicast on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. If you are watching, if you would like to come and join us over here on Whatnot, you can. It's free to start an account. There's a referral link that I think you get a free $15. But if you want to come and join us over here and hang out, you're more than welcome to. We would love to have you. I know that for a lot of my shows, I like to create things, maybe share some treasures I found, maybe it inspires some ideas in you, and just hang out and have a great time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But you can watch on the YouTube multicast or on the other multicast, and feel free to join us here on Whatnot if you want to come in and join the fresh conversation. Other than that, it's still fresh if you'd like leave a comment, but I'll respond to it after this stream because I can't see you. And I tried to turn on the music here. I can figure something out. Hopefully, I can see the stream because I know that. And I went live yesterday. Got to make some new friends and talk to you all. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I really appreciate it. I paused the music. I don't know if that helps, but I'm just sharing the shelf liners I wanted to use, of course, in a journal. But I want to, because I know some are not going to remember this. I want to challenge myself to at least use part of one page in something other than a journal that's a little bit different because I do want to stretch my creativity, but journals are like right here. I collected them before I can remember. Like I used to collect journals. That was my thing because I love paper. Hey, Susan. Got these from Summer Dawn too. I love pockets. I bought a seed packet die specifically to make like seed packets, and that's what this reminded me of. Seed packets mostly for pockets and like journals and embellishments and things like that. So this was like, how could I not, right? And then for these, excuse me, I don't know if I'm going to be able to modify these in time for Let It Fall. Excuse me. I'm like allergic to everything going on outside. I would love to take some of this texture paste or maybe some crackle paste, kind of smudge it on the front of those if I don't want to use the words, or I could just dress the words up and make them look a little bit vintagey and put things around and use there. So there's a couple different options for these. I was really excited for these. Yeah, Mod Podge would be great. That'd be a good idea too. I have a few other wood tags. I made one that I really liked, and I put it with the little buyer's givey with as a little present for one of the orders. I think it's for mid-lunch. Hey Taylor, did you hear me hollering out the door? Not really hollering, quiet hollering out the door for you because I couldn't remember Taylor B37434. But I have a few other wooden tags that I might use that are kind of prepped for Let It Fall. Because the only way that I can make the amount of things that I make if I do like a themed show is because I've already got stuff prepped from a previous show that I didn't quite finish. So I just finish it and apply it to the theme. AK Brick, yay! I thought it would be easy to cover the words or you could just sand them off. Yeah, I feel like an efficient way would be to smear some of this on. But I would be willing to sand it off because my husband bought a sander attachment because I wanted to sand something. But that was like before, so I don't remember. How are you doing, techie girls? I didn't hear, not your fault. I was sharing chicken. Oh. No, I thought that would be fun. And then I can just, apply whatever theme. I do like themes for shows and trains because it helps my mind almost like hyper focus on a specific thing. And it seems like people really like that because then you see if you like it or not. Because if I go too general, I feel like in a way it's not done unless that's my goal. I'm only popping in for a moment. Gotta put the baby down for nap. Oh, I hope you find some restful time too. I sent you a message. I'm thinking of you. Molly likes cheese sauce more than ketchup, by the way. Yeah, she sure does. Hey, Talent CO. And I wanted to mention something to you guys too. Also, I have a thing for playing cards. So thank you, Summer Dawn, for these. I'm excited to alter some of these. I like to alter them and put them in like pockets and things. Sometimes it's hard for me to part with them because I love them all. The blue ones. I don't think I did. I'll hit you up for those next time, or maybe I'll check your bin later. But I also in this, I thought I opened it. No, apparently I didn't. Oh, so no checking the bin for me. I also wanted to mention sort of like a train-ish idea to you guys. I know I was talking to Summer Dawn about this, but ooh. So there's some pink looking ones. They almost look like a faded red, but in a good way. Ooh, they're like a baby blue or a sky blue. So I think a few cards from each of the deck I'm going to be putting in one of my journals, my keepsake journals. So stinking pretty. I love that. These are cool. These would be kind of hard to part with, but I feel like I might keep one or two and then put the rest of these like maybe in a treasure journal that I'm making. Also, like maybe for Alice in Wonderland journal, because I am planning one of those in the new year. I haven't done one yet. I guess there was like a bunch of people and whatnot had like, you know, Alice, I love the colors. Journals, I think there was probably trains about it or something. I wasn't here for that. So guess what? I'm gonna make one. Might be next year's things too. Thank you for the follow. And yes, please, if you're watching on the multicast on YouTube, please subscribe. We'll love to see you when I go live over there. If you're watching this on Whatnot, please follow me. I would like to follow you back after the show. I like making friends. I just love the contrasting colors. And I think every deck of cards is different. I mean, there's the standard ones, but even those are different too, right? I like those. I'm going to be playing with those later. Sometimes it's hard to part with these, but I think when they really fit a project, they fit a project. Do something a little bit different. Because yes, I do want, of course, I want to use these in journals, but I also want to challenge myself to use these in something different. Like maybe it will be a mixed media art piece. And yeah, I think that's great. Or even like maybe it doesn't have to be Alice theme, but if I did like an Alice theme and instead of using different colors from like the paper pack I have, I let this be my palette and kind of riff off that a little bit, you know? Yes, like an altered playing card. Absolutely. I think of the altered puzzle pieces and I think of Loveland because I know Loveland likes to alter those. So that always makes me think of Loveland. What else? Oh yeah. So I got some little extra goodies from Summer Dawn that are just for me. But in that little pack, look at this precious thing. It's like a little pine cone, right? What tree did you say this was from? I would like to buy more of these. Deodar Caesar trees. Did I butcher that? Cedar. So a cedar tree. Would love to see if I can buy more of those from you if you have them. Because you know why? I would love to use them in something like this. So I have this frame and I would love to put, right now this is what I'm thinking. I don't think I'll have it, I might not have it done in time for Let It Fall. They come up like roses when they bloom. So pretty. I wonder if we have those here in Washington. But I wanted to do like maybe like a forest background or maybe like a fall background. I've got some fall papers right here. Like maybe like a fall background in the back. And then do some like maybe leaves and branches behind and then do a horned owl here. Like maybe like a thick paper cutout and then embellished. And then a branch in the front with some trees. And then maybe like one of, I can even use that one right here and make an art piece. Unblocked. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to look up some videos of that. That sounds interesting. But that really inspired me to maybe make something using this and that. And that would be really, really fun. Hey, Cindy. That would be really, really fun. Also, I had started to mention this too, but Summer Dawn, I know we mentioned this briefly, but and I pull them apart like this or after this because I don't want to damage this one. It's really pretty. I'll take a dozen, please. Take my money. Okay. Just let me know how much or you can set it up in the bin. I would love to create with them. I love putting natural things in the things that I create too. And I love making journals. I don't ever want to stop, but I do want to do some different things, which is Summer Dawn and I had a brief conversation about potentially, because I know raid trains is a bit overwhelming because Creative Curiosities was mentioning this during her shows, and it's been a lot. But welcome back, Susan. What if we had like, it doesn't even have to be like a raid train per se. It could be almost like a creative train for people who like to watch people create, kind of like this when we do like a craft and chill or a shop craft and chill. I got to put the shop on there because you know what not, but sometimes I don't do auctions. But like just a craft and chill, almost like a train. So people just schedule shows in a row, as you know what a train is, but super low pressure. So let's say hypothetically, Daisy Starlings was going to go on at like 9 a.m. Pacific, and then I go live at 10 a.m. Pacific, and then Summer Dawn goes live at 11 a.m. Pacific, and we just take an hour just creating whatever we want. We don't have to, we're not, selling. We're just doing a craft and chill so that we can get to know each other and just giving that space for somebody who creates to share their work with maybe a different audience in the arts and handmade category. So it's just some thoughts to maybe do like a craft and chill, like a train, but something super, super chill where we can just chill together and then just right into the next person. So we almost have like several hours of just like calming, chill, relaxing time where we can either create, do what we're going to do, and we have a great background for it. We don't have to shop. We don't have to plan on selling as sellers. People don't have to worry about like, they don't have to shop. They don't have to do anything like that. We just get to see that. So let me know what you guys think. Summer, Dawn, and I, we were texting about that earlier, but that might be something that we, maybe try in the near future because we already do that. Like after this, I want to go see Who to Raid, So why not do that with other people who create things, maybe in different categories, like maybe art. I know Crazy Bunny does rugs, but anybody who creates a calming, chill environment where they like to create something. Custom wood burning, fantastic at that. Icy Rose and Great Finds, welcome in. Another thing that I got, I do like Grimm's fairy tales. I like the more like the raw realness of it. But my inspiration for Let It Fall was the story of the owl. I think it's story 174. It's a story of the horned owl in a barn, and the people in the nearby village thought that it was like some sort of a demon waiting to attack. So they burned down the whole barn and everything. But so the owl being so misunderstood, yes, it was an owl. But based on what they believed, which was very wrong, they were unwilling to think anything different. So they destroyed him. And I don't know, maybe some of us can relate to, in some shape or form, being an owl, a misfit, somebody like that, or somebody, maybe you have an assumption and, you mistreat, or maybe you're part of a group that was. So the owl in the Let It Fall creations that I am creating, the inspiration came from story like 174 or something. And I realized I didn't have a full book. I had like Wanda Gagg's stories from Grimm. I think that was some of them, but this is supposed to be the whole collection. And this one says, so if you want something with like nice pictures in it, I don't recommend this version because it does say illustrated, but this is the only kind of illustrations I found. So technically it's illustrated, but when I buy an illustrated book, I expect something a little different. So there's that. But I just wanted a book to have all of the stories, and then I would like to go about collecting different copies of the books. One of the falling apart ones, my daughter used to use that in her art, so I started just gluing it onto sketchbook paper because I wanted to paint, but I was tired of kept going buying more supplies if I didn't even know I liked painting, which I really don't. So I just glued the book pages onto the sketchbook pages, and then that became a thing. So out of Grimm's fairy tales, there's some pretty interesting illustrations in that book too. But this is my new book. I'm so happy I get to add this to my shelf. Any fellow book dragons out there? I haven't felt much like reading lately, but I do love books and I do collect them. I told my husband for my birthday I would like an autographed set of one of the Robin Hobbs trilogies. Not quite sure which one yet. So I think that would be cool. And I don't know this song, so we're going to skip it, okay? It lasts forever. I enjoy reading and catch myself rereading a ton of books. Yeah. I love physical books. And I don't per se love tearing them apart unless they're falling apart, but there's been some I'm like, yeah, nobody needs to read this, Sorry, I'm not feeling the music. Reminds me of Night at the Roxbury. I love physical books. I'm rebuilding my collection. I love adopting used books from maybe thrift stores or like half price books. I can't tear them apart unless they're falling apart. I can't. There was one where I was like, yeah, I'm taking that apart. But usually they're got to be falling apart. Like I'll get some books from the 25-cent section at a certain store. They are falling apart, so I will reuse the pages. I think for me, I think it's great to repurpose the books because I don't want to throw them away. I don't want to recycle it. So I'm using this hardback to make another book. Like remember, like I think I showed that brown one in my last show, the one that I hand sewed the binding of 5 signatures. This is like a mini version of that. I put this one together the same time I was doing the brown one. Also, for those of you just joining us, I asked everybody, "Hey, Midwest Merchant, how are you?" Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to show you something here in a minute. If you can stay, I know that if you're busy, you go, but I will still mention. I have these. I'm not exactly sure what to do with them quite yet, but if you have any inspirations, let me know because that might lead to another inspiration. Um, let's see. I've got some of my. I found out I already have a couple stamp and die sets, but I don't have these. Aren't they cute? So I got these for my the Alice journal I'm planning, and I know they'll be good for lots of other things, especially these 2 frames, because this is a stamp and die set. Yep. And I know that I'm going to use them for my project, but hypothetically, if I don't, then I'll be passing these on to someone who will, because that was a beautiful set from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Here's another stamp and die set. I love the playing card. And I love the bunny and the mushrooms. Anything foresty, I know is going to get a lot of use. Hey, Boston. It's going to get a lot of use. And also from Elizabeth Craft Design. I got this. I go through trims like a lot. Like it's nobody's business. So I thought this would be great for me to make my own out of paper in different colors. Not that I mind buying trims, but sometimes it's harder to find. And then, like, if I go to my local stores and they might be $7, $8 a yard, and the thrift store doesn't have any, I'm like, I feel like I could do a little different. Hey, Sarah, Lassie. So I like this because then I can reuse that a lot. From Elizabeth Craft Designs, I got 2 doily sets. Oh, the possibilities are endless, right? Because I could even bust these out and use these in the journals I'm making for Let It Fall. Hey, Never Miss. How are you? Jenny Blue Eyes. So I love these. They're 2 different sizes. I don't think I busted out my ruler when I bought them, but I do remember thinking, doesn't matter the size, I know I'll love them and use them. I almost want a bigger one, but then again, I feel like I'm not always going to need them. Because, like, for a journal like this, which I might not decorate, I might leave this like the brown one, it's about the right size, you know. Hey, Jenny Blue Eyes. So, but it just depends. And of course, I do want to use the paper for like journals and things, but I would also love to use these for papers and stuff outside of journal projects to kind of maybe stretch a little because I don't want to get tired of doing the same thing, you know? I think this is going to be fun for any winter projects. I'm really feeling the light blue and white for Quest for Change for winter. We'll see if that's what I create, but I know that I can keep that. I'm ordering a book with the magnetic background to put all of these. And then my next goal is to get one for stamps. Creative Curiosities was mentioning that she has one for stamps, and I was like, how do those fit? Because I was thinking of the wooden ones, and I forgot. Oh, yeah, we have the clear ones. It's probably for the clear ones. But I got a couple of paper packs too because I've been making, or I should say designing a lot of my own papers, which is great. I love that. But sometimes I don't want to use my spoons for making the paper. I would like to use something that is made for me so I can use my creativity just in a different way. So I got Harmonious Hodgepodge and Petal Pink. And I wanted to do something different because I do like the Tim Holtz papers and some of the products, but I wanted to try something different and not only use the Tim Holtz products. You know what I mean? I wanted to kind of expand it a little bit. So these are from Elizabeth Craft Designs. I will be creating with these, and I only tell you that, if you are looking for something that may look like that, or you're looking for maybe an alternative to what you usually see, just to try something different. That's where I went to check some stuff out. Shout out to Daisy's Darlings for telling me about this because, and I guess some of the products are more geared towards planners, but as you can see, they have stuff that I guess people do use these in planners, but we can use these for anything because I love making journals, embellishments, and mixed media too. Hey, creative fun. We are having some of that today for sure. I'm going to set these down. Oh, and shout out to Summer Dawn for the sewing manual for my sewing machine. I'm going to be checking the bobbin and the tension today because my stitches were a little, they could use a little guidance. Also, a couple things from Hello Wildflowers. I know she's out today, but I want to, okay, so guess what I got? Hello Wildflower. Oops. I put the name in the chat. Hello Wildflowers is our beloved Daisy. I just had to have this guy. Isn't he fucking cute? I haven't named him yet, but I love him. I could cry. Isn't he cute? Daisy made this. It's adorable. He's on a little wood slice. I'm not sure the technical name. But he has a question. Do you love him? He's so cute. So this is my new friend from Hello Wildflowers. And then I also got one of these because sometimes if we do get coffee in a paper cup, it burns my damn hands, even with a sleeve. And I just don't like doing sleeves and double cups. I just don't. Because then I want to craft with the cups and the sleeves, and it doesn't happen. And I end up recycling them and feeling bad because that's just how I am. So this is going to really help me. And I love the texture. And I love how this was a little printout for packaging. Isn't that pretty? So these are both from Hello Wildflowers. I also have, I actually went out and bought one of these cups just for the holder because my cup is better dressed than I am. Hello Wildflowers made this too. Different colors and things. So I do recommend giving her a follow because she's done a couple shows. Fabric destashes, yes, but also a couple of shows just kind of crocheting with us. He's so cute. Those little eyes. I feel like he's asking me a question like, are you my mother? I am now. Midwest Merchant, I don't know if you're still in here, but I want to thank you for your present. This is from Daisy's Darlings, and I love it so much. Told you I collect journals. Pill Christie. Sorry. When the coffee glitches. I love journals. I collect them. Do I make them? Yes. Do I also collect them? Yes. So Midwest Merchant bought me a present from Daisy's Darlings, and I absolutely love this. I love this. There's a stretchy elastic for the binding, so I can add pages if I want. I don't want to take any away. There's a little sewn pocket in here. Thank you so much. I did get teary-eyed when I got this. I appreciate that. That was very kind of you. There's a pocket with some treasures, and more treasures are going to go in there. This is one of my favorite pieces of the paper in this pack because I like the purple and the flowers. And look at this paper. How do we know that there's copy paper? But there's pages in here. I have things from friends that I want to put in here and things that I will be getting from friends. Midwest Merchant and Loveland. I'm specifically coming for you, and Summer Dawn. Hey, Vintage Heather. And other of my new friends in here, if I have not seen a show of yours that is handmade, I would like to have buy a little something to put in here. And look at this. I love like French writing and the French language. I used to go to France every summer. I absolutely love this so much. So these pages will be left as is. I just adore that so much. So much. And I love how I can just slip anything else in here, like little notes or something. I've even got things that Taylor, like letters that Taylor has written for me that I can put in there too. And I save the tissue paper. So this is just beautiful work from Daisy's Darlings. So creative. I love that. So, and thank you so much again, Midwest Merchant, for this present. And we've got a pocket back here too. So I'm sure this will be full in no time. I do like the closure. I like it all. I like the thickness of it. I'm a texture person. I like different textures. Just like, this book is one texture, this book is one. I like textures. It helps me, especially when I'm feeling very anxious. Not extreme, but more moderate to mild. It helps me stay focused and stay present and keeps me from, you know, going down that little frustration valley there. So the different textures just help me, and I think that's another reason I like flipping through different books too with the textures. Is it gives me something to help stay present in this moment. So moderate to mild, it helps. I like that because there's just so many different pages and little things and treasures. And then when I add like the little pockets and things to it too, it's just going to continue being just a delight. So I love that. I told you I love journals. I love them. You can sit with this little guy over here. I have your homes already picked out. Our house is getting really full. I told my husband when we move, we gotta make sure that I have a whole room for this, whole room for my stuff. And he agreed. So we have this. I'm going to be working on this. Probably for Let It Fall. The inside is almost done. I started this when I started the Brown Journal that I featured and sold on Timmy Holtz and Lean. So I reinforced this. This spine it's a little bit frail. So I reinforced it with some gauze-like material. And then I'm going to put a layer of paper here. And then I'm going to do similar to what I did in the Brown Journal. I'm going to have a cloth reinforced by some heavy paper and sew into that and then glue this into place. I would like to actually line the whole thing with fabric because I know there's some things on the back. This probably will want to be covered, but I like this one. I might not do this one for Let It Fall, but I know that we got a couple more trains, so there's enough fun to be had in the fall, and then there'll be even more time to create. It just won't be themed in for trains. So this is a cover that I'm working on for Let It Fall. Picture like an owl and a little something on the front with some pages and pockets and things like that. So I did sew this one. I did something just a wee bit different. I used some fabric that I have, so I'm going to use some contrasting fabric and make the cover into like a simple but flat art piece. And then I took some little scraps of fabric here and just sewed them on. So it'd be just a little different, I'm liking the frayed looks on the edges, like a lot. So this one here and then this one here, that was a lot of fun. And I've got this one. We'll work on some of these today, I think. Well, I shouldn't promise that. We're going to see which way we flow. But this one was a little different too. I think I got this fabric from Hello Wildflowers, their fabric sale. We're going to have to get some better music. This is ridiculous. Not once have I wanted to get up and dance. So here's another hardback one that I started. Yes, I have that packaged. It's a treasure. I took that out and I was looking at it and I'm like, this needs its own little box. All of these things, so that won't be used for creating. That's mine. That's mine. This is a hardback one. I started this. I started this one. I'm not sure if I want to do eyelets in the spine. I think I do. I even have the bigger ones. There's like, what is it? I think it's a 2 millimeter, but that's like really small. Like the really small eyelets. I have ones that are a little bit bigger. That might be good for here. So this is hardback. There will be probably one signature in here because it's not huge, but it is hardback, and there's going to be a great little something on the front here. I wanted to do something different here too. I was going to do like just a flat cover like this, and I thought, well, I think that'll be fine for the back, but I actually just cut up pieces and put it here for just a little something different, I've really been leaning into this, almost like taking and running with it. This whole let's get rid of the perception of perfection, and let's just be like, no, we're gonna really go a little bit junky, messy. But for me, it's a little bit. For this one, it's a little bit the way that it's not tamed, because that to me implies like we're completely taking all of the spirit out of it, but we're flowing forward with it by just gluing down the edges, and it's having some fray. So this one I think is going to be great too. Imagine an owl on the front. I sewed this one here and I left this little part here. What is? Oh, and embracing imperfection. Yes. Because I think the perception or the perfectly imperfect. Because if I feel like something's got to look a certain way to be perfect, maybe you can relate. Somebody can relate. It's like I'm not going to sleep until it's perfect, and I would never sleep. So I ran with it here. I actually sewed this live on YouTube yesterday, made a few new friends. Hey, friends, hey. So it's uneven. There's a little bit gathered here. I love it. And also, there were it was a very unique look to the last journals, the journals that I made for um with the Poe thing, the Raven. And I feel like they turned out beautiful. I was confident enough to really present those and be like, hey, I made this. Because it wasn't, yeah, it's everything is unique. And I remember like the little, oh, that's unique. And I leave that there. I remember those when I make it. So this is a bigger one. Yeshua Shalom. And this is a bigger one also. I don't think, I'm not going to be probably finishing all of these for Let It Fall. But I'm thinking this one with a horned owl on the front, just like I was talking with Anna yesterday. And then this one, probably an owl, if not a fox. I'm just feeling fox vibes right now. And then probably fox vibes here, because I do want to go with an owl, but I'm just feeling fox. So these might be the ones, aren't they? And I do like the inspiration of the story of the owl from Grimm's is an inspiration for this fall collection. So these three will probably be the ones that get finished. I'm trying to think of a little, I want to say demo. It would be a tutorial, but I know that if people like to create, we love to put our own spin on it. So I'll do tutorial, but I would like to do a little demo for the Let It Fall. That would be really fun. Oh, you have foxhookers? Hedgehogs. Yes. I know, I do like hedgehogs. Taylor, my daughter was asking for one a while back. But I think we're past that, so I can still say hedgehogs are cute without her coming in here going, oh, does that mean we can get a hedgehog? No, it doesn't. Please no. Please no. No, but I love that. So I'm going to do that. And then these ones will be on deck. Oh, she says she wants fish now. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're good at taking care of stuff, so I don't really mind. Follow your heart, girl, within reason. This one is fall colored though, so I almost do want to finish this one, but it doesn't have to be fall. So I'm gonna let that go and not try to finish that because I don't want to rush. However, I feel like if this doesn't get finished for fall, this will be great for the Pinkaween theme, because I've really been feeling the skulls and flowers combo, and I found out why, because we have some big changes coming up in my family where we have been looking into buying a house. We're still going through a process to see if the financing and the budget meets what we want to do. My husband's going to have some big job changes on the horizon. So those are two really big things that we're going through, continuing to work on my physical health and continuing to build this with you all also. And I really got to shout out my family too, because my daughter Taylor and my husband Lapaka and dog Letty have been super supportive of me to the point where, they're willing to really go above and beyond with what they do just so I can continue creating hair. And while I receive it humbly and I appreciate it, I also want to make sure that I'm reciprocating that because I feel like they just go bonkers. Like I can't tell you some of the things they said in the last week or I'm gonna cry. Not that I mind crying, but I just don't want to do it right now on these journals because that will happen. So I really appreciate them for that because we've had some big changes going on. So I'm like, hmm. Well, I mean, I know I do like the skull and like the flowers combo anyways, but interesting the symbolism behind that, isn't it? The letting go of the old, which is really, really hard. Letting go of what we know is safe and secure, like this home and the job that he's working at now, where it might be even better to embrace something new, like letting go of the old, it's past, it's metaphorically, dead. And then the new that's growing and coming, like this is a choice. Like we can embrace that. We can go this way. We can go that way. We can go this way. It's just a matter of like the skull and the flowers. It's got more symbol, even more symbolism to me. So don't be surprised if you see more of those creations coming through. Because to me, it's not just a Halloween thing. I like it in general, but it just really seemed to come out during a lot of the Halloween themed shows and trains. And I think it's been really fun to create and find different ways to make it without making the same thing each time. Because I feel like even if you gave me all the supplies and were like, okay, Dion, recreate this identically, even if I go and write down everything, it's not going to happen. So I think making one of a kind, unique things is really kind of a jam. It's my jam. So I think that's everything I wanted to show you guys. Oh, I'm thinking, I'm working on I do want to have another altered tin for Let It Fall. And I'm working on this. I haven't done the Mod Podge yet. And I'm using a cloth because sometimes the little residue from the alcohol ink and the corrosion that I created on this with like the vinegar, hydrogen peroxide, and salt. And sometimes will maybe stain the hand a little bit, which isn't a bad thing. But then when I go to pick up, let's say, a journal that I'm making, first of all, I don't want it to transfer. And second of all, if I'm showing somebody something, I don't know, I just feel like it would give the impression that if my hands are dirty, it's just maybe not. But again, I don't think that. If I see someone else who's crafting and you have ink on your hands, that doesn't cross my mind. I think, wow, you're creating so hard and you're feeling that vibe that you have ink on your fingers, like when an artist has paint on their hands, or like a writer has ink on their hands. It's part of it. It's part of the process. But I guess for me, I just didn't want that part of the process in my hands right now. Sometimes there's textures that I do enjoy, and then sometimes there's textures that I do not. So sometimes if you see me using gloves and towels, that's just why. It's just because I don't want that. Hey, plus size gals, how are you doing? So I'm not sure what to work on today. If I want to do a journal, maybe I want to do I I'm trying to think if I want to do a light coat of Mod Podge on this because this that comes off, I don't want it to come off when somebody picks it up. It makes it a tad bit sticky, and that's something that I pointed out in my last show with the Poe tin, is that when you shut it all the way, it does get a little sticky, but I did my best to demonstrate it in the show. But I need to cover this with a light layer of Mod Podge before I continue decorating it. Look at okay, so let's see how it looks though. Like you can see this, and I like that, and I like this. It's gonna look so different when it's done. Like it's not fully inked on the top and the bottom, but it doesn't need to be because there's gonna be stuff glued down. So I'm kind of feeling that. Maybe I'll work on this today if I can find my Mod Podge. If not, it's probably gonna be what I was thinking of doing first with you guys actually is just grabbing some scraps and creating like a little swatch. For the color themes because for the past week I'm not sure what I've been doing because I wanted to have some things created. I was on feeling the vibe, but I guess I ended up dyeing paper for somebody. So I wanted to have some different things done, but I think this is going to work really well. So, but I want to play with some papers and fabric and just like maybe like tear up a bunch of stuff, really give myself permission to make a mess, and glue some little swatches. I did that with the Poe project, and I do have some pieces left over because when I did some things like this, I had scraps of, whoops, the sun is really, I had scraps of paper and fabric and trim, and I just told myself, I'm not showing anybody this, but I'm just making some little color samples because I want to see what colors I want to play with. I want to see what colors I want to use for this little collection, if you will. I'm trying to think of a different word because I don't feel like it's a collection. It's more like it's, you know, I don't know. If you think of a word, maybe let me know. I think that's the only ones because I gave a bunch of them away with the buyer's giveaways for people. I think that's the one that I have left. But I have a whole bag of other things. Isn't it pretty? I got a big pack of that from the Big A. So I got all kinds of different colors. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to switch the camera down and then just start ripping up paper, cutting up some velvet scraps, maybe some fall leaves, and gluing some stuff together to just make some little swatches for that. Because I have mine from the Poe show somewhere, and it just, I don't know, it just really helped me actually get things flowing, you know, because I don't want to be so rigid that I only follow that, but I want to at least have somewhat of a plan, like, ooh, I know what looks good, and then let's just go from there. But give some thought if you are a creative person who loves to create and you would like to maybe consider doing like a craft and chill or being part of a sort of a train like that in the coming months. No selling, just like maybe half hour, and then just creating first of all the chill environment to share with other people, and then making something that you like. That's just something that maybe we'll talk about a little bit later to see if that works. But I would love to do like a craft and chill. I guess you could call it a train, but the train all sounds like pressure and silence. So, but like a craft and chill, because I like to do the craft and chill, but doing these creative hours. It's almost something like this, only like, we just a bunch of people writing into each other. A train, give that some thought. Genticity, did I say that right? Genticity. Names are important. Let's see. Okay, we've got a few really good songs. It's not September, but we can still play Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera down, and then I'm gonna start tearing stuff up, and we're gonna make a mess. What are you guys working on today? Tell me what you're working on and how you're doing. Hi. I once in a while I do like to turn the camera around because I'm comfortable with that. I don't believe that's a requirement for people getting to know me, but it just challenges me in different ways, you know. So hi. Yes, we have something like that. It's a Tag Me Tuesday. Yes, I love Tag Me Tuesday. I did one of those not too long ago. It was a lot of fun. I think Creative Curiosities has been not only an inspiration, but I do appreciate the chillness of not a lot of rules and pressure, um, and having conversations about that. So I felt like, yeah, I put pressure on myself because I wanted to represent Tag Me Tuesday well, but she was like, don't do that. Just have fun with it. It's your show. Just have fun with it. Don't stress out. Don't. I liked that part of it. Loved it. So this next Tuesday, are you doing the Tag Me Tuesday, or is it a sort of like a preview for your Tag Me Tuesday? Fabric pumpkins. I want to see those. I'm gonna hit you up later, Case Summer Dawn. Plus size gals, I'm gonna check your shows here and see. In fact, if you guys would like to, let's see, Plus Size Gals has some shows coming up, but then we have Tag Me Tuesday on the 8th. That's what she was talking about. I have it bookmarked. Feel free to go and bookmark the shows for plus size gals. Tag me Tuesdays on there. Yay! I have it bookmarked. Does anybody else have some shows coming up that you would like to mention and that we can bookmark? If you guys haven't already, I would appreciate it if you would bookmark my future shows. I have one tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific. I'm excited to see what you're going to make. I might go peek at your preview show after this. All right, so let me prep. These are the ones that I'm going to give priority to. Briar Unbound. Creative Curiosities, Friday night, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm guessing. Creative Curiosities has Martha Stewart punches. Ooh, and you have a demo for Artisan Raid Train. Hey, Briar, what are you up to today? Feel free to bookmark those upcoming shows, friends. Relove by Lilybug. Hey, we're about to make a mess. Who else is making a mess today? Let's see some emojis in the chat. I'm dancing now. I'm going to play with a couple of these cards. I wish, I don't know if there was more. You're going to be creating later? At the end of my lunch break from my day job. Oh, thank you for stopping in. I wish I had another deck of these, but then I realized there's a whole book. Oh my goodness. I love these cards. I got these from Bish on one of the Whatnot trains, and I would need more. Does anybody have any old Rook cards? Slide into my DMs, would you? This is nice. I could just start like clipping little things in here for something a little funsy fun. All right. Well, I know I'm running low on these, but I think for this little messy sesh, I'm going to use a couple of those. These have been my favorite. Don't know why. Just love them. Could be the Raven. Wonderful show. I'll definitely be back. Oh, thank you. It's good to see you. Please follow. And I would love to follow you back after the show. Things are falling down now. If you hear me scream, that's why. My stuff is chasing me. I've got a couple Warhammer cards we'll play with. It's not really fall theme, that's why. I got these too. These are a lot of fun. I love the sun, but there we go. Check this out. I'm gonna have a hot mess today. Sold more zipper pocket tag yesterday. Oh, yay! Hey, Wicked Sherry. So these are cool cards. I think I might actually, I'm gonna just pick one. We're gonna make a mess because I need to, hey Patty, I need to get some inspiration going. I'm making stuff for Let It Fall. And I think I'm trying to put some words to it, but I think I feel a little stuck. So we're just gonna loosen up and give ourselves permission to make a mess. We're gonna put these away. All right, we have the journal cup. Well, most of them put away. Hello. The packaging on the cards. I need to check the Bay or something. I bet they have some. See if they have some in my budget. Rook, the game of games. And it's got the little, maybe the Raven's laughing, but I love it. I'm okay. All right, so we have this here. We have papers. Ooh. Yes, let's use this paper too because it's got that imperfection there and we need that. So we've got this. Look at these owls, you guys. Oh, for the flowers cards. My bad. There's another variation of these two I want to get. The famous herbs playing cards. I'll leave them over here for a minute. Let's see. I've got these owls. Okay, let's make a mess in 3, 2, 1. Ooh! Aren't they cool? I'll see if the store, other places might have them. I don't know. But I'll check and see if the store has them where I go. If they have them, I'll let you know. Yeah. We've got an owl. Super. My best friend told me what you did last night. And with you instead. Does this remind any of you of a movie? Do you love owls? I adore them. I really think there's more that meets the eye to that. And I say that as somebody who doesn't know. I don't even know where my scissors are. Do you ever have those days where you set out to do something and you're borderline, yeah, let's fuck it and just chill. Let's just hang out and not craft. Where's my scissors? You guys, all I have is my fabric scissors. It's like the fabric spirits are testing me, like, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna use your fabric scissors on paper? I'm gonna find them as soon as I'm done. I'm slightly annoyed. Like, what am I doing? Okay. I have a pocket knife, but I'm gonna try not to do that because, well, the urgent care near my house does not have great snacks. Sorry if that was loud towards the microphone. Like, I'm serious, you guys. I at least have my favorite paper scissors and then my new small ones, and I can't find either of them, but my right palm is itchy. What's that mean? Like, for real. Okay, we're just doing this. We're in it now. Let's see, we've got this. This guy is cute. Me talking to my scissors. Wake me up before you go. Don't you dare go. I need your ass for crafting too. Woo! I had everything close by before too, because I'm like, I'm prepared. This is great. Fuck it. Yo. Secret place, I know. I know they are. I planned ahead, I swear it. But I have this cute guy. Everything's okay. He's like, it's gonna be okay, right? Yes, it is. Hey, Angela. I lost my scissors. Okay, well, that's annoying.
Let's see. Anybody here that wants to be part of this? Yes. Yes. It's not September. Listen to the song anyway. Oh, that's kind of cool. Welcome to the Wingin' It Hour. It is officially the Wingin' It Hour. Hey, Susan. Hello, I do. I have the oxides. I've got the small pads of the ink, but I do have the oxides. They're just slightly out of camera. So distressing these little torn edges is going to be cute. Okay. I like these green ones in the middle too. They're coming to the party. It's Owl City. I ordered, so before even coming to Whatnot, because I know a lot of us like we love our Tim Holtz, right? I had not heard of it really be mentioned outside of Whatnot, but I ended up with the inks, not the oxides. And a lot of people locally that I go, like if I either get craft supplies from or meet and like we end up talking about that, I guess they use other things. I think the distressing inks, I'm super happy I found them. So I don't have to use, like 20 years ago, I was using makeup and a cigarette to burn the edges of paper. I don't have to do that anymore. Yeah, I know. Whatever gets the job done. Being resourceful. Even like rubbing dirt on things to get the brown look. Yeah. Because I just didn't ever, I mean, maybe it was there, but I guess Creative Memories was big back then. And then at the scrapbook stores, I never saw anything like that. Let's see. Should we do a shroom? Let's do a shroom. Should we do the toadstool or the other one that looks somewhat edible? Oh, and we got acorns. I don't play much with acorns. We should bring the acorns to the party. I know. I don't recommend it. That's just what I did. But with the cigarette, there was a slow burn so that it didn't like poof paper up in flames, But it just gave the burn on the edge that was easy to just kind of blow out. And it was cool. I would make little paper scrolls with like bronzer and all kinds of brown makeup that was powder and just blend it in, make layers with like the darker to lighter ones. It was great. I really wanted it. I haven't been able to find any pictures because I looked on my really old computer that I'm trying to take all the pictures off of. I didn't find anything like that. Because that was back when I had a handmade card business. Before my daughter was even born. And you know why I started it? So I'd have an excuse to buy paper. Not that I needed an excuse, but I thought it was fun and it really was. Hey, Crystal. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific, that's 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm thinking maybe we work on one of those journals, right? I think that'd be fun. What do you think? And I'm not sure what sort of a little demo or creative activity we can do for that. Because we made those little clusters on the Tim Holtzoween, the little raven clusters. We made these. And so, but I don't know what we should do for that. Maybe something that's a cute little embellishment that's owl themed. Wouldn't that be fun? I mean, we could even do this with a different fabric and a different back embellishment with owls. Maybe like uh orange leaves in the background. Because while I do have these, I also have a leaf die cut that I could use. We could do an owl one of those. Yeah. Did we just decide? Yes, I'm a paper hoarder, but I'm going to figure out in Google how to make my own paper. Oh, I love making paper. So when we do move, whether it's now or in a year or two, I want to make my own paper and get some decals and molds and a place to lay it out, even if it's like in the dining area. I love making paper. It's been a long time, but I love making paper. Yay! I am definitely a paper collector, but I do challenge myself to use it. I collect my journals, so I feel like if I really love a paper, put some of it in a journal is right now what I like to do. That's subject to change. All right, so we have some fabric. Do you love that when you like either watch a movie or you're listening to music and you listen to something you've heard like a billion times and you hear something new and you're like, oh shit, I didn't know that. These nails were long, but I split 2 of them and I'm like, I'm not redoing them today. We're just going to cut them. Adapting. I'm seriously going to tell you all where I find my scissors because it's almost comical now. Do you guys like plants? Do you guys like house plants, outside plants, or just looking at plants? Maybe plants don't like you or you think plants don't like you. Because I want to show you something I brought over here because I wanted to show somebody and I thought, I bet my friends would like to see. Billie Jean is my lover. I'm going to finish this and then probably show you. Oops. Why is my computer? Isn't it great? I'm trying to figure out my other device because the cord's not working. One moment. Got it. So I don't know if you're into succulents or you've heard of like the hens and chick ones, but this one, the hen, I brought a hen and no chicks, just one hen and some other ground cover from this place that we were staying at. It's like a cottage that belongs to Chosen Family. So I brought it, and the hen was not looking good. Like she went kaput, I think. But so the babies, I took 2 of the babies and I've been soaking them in water, and the babies are having babies. They're doing better than they do in soil. I would love to know why. Because I use the soil that's supposed to be for them. I don't feed them, but it could be maybe the pot. Because they did really good in full sun where they came from. So I don't know why. I mean, I know why the hen didn't do good. I forgot to water them. I was hanging out with you guys here so much that I forgot to water the poor hen. Love you, Taylor. Thank you. This is two-sided, actually. We'll make some of these before I sign off, and then I'll see you all tomorrow for some more creative time. Another creative hour. I'm thinking that I want to work on that journal, but it might be something different because I don't know. My flow's a little weird. Probably just with everything going on, you know? This is a nice long piece. Let's leave that. So we have don't you know heaven and earth? Okay. Where's my scissors? Whoops. All right, pull on the small side. I get it. Hey, Beanie's bundle. What's up? That's cool. Okay, let's do that. I think that's pretty good. We're doing some serious adaptation today. Can somebody email me their scissors? I promise I won't lose them. Thanks. Hazy! Woo! How you doing, friend? Hi. Talk to everybody about in the very near future doing like I hate to use the word train, but you know, for creative like craft and chills. So if somebody were to like if somebody like in what is it 48 minutes from now, if you're going live in 48 minutes from now, whether you're doing a craft and chill or not, let me know. I would love to read into you. Cop in a squat for a few. Hey, Kara. Welcome in. Welcome in. And to all the new friends on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. I hope you can hear it because I'm playing no music. YouTube might not let you hear me, but if you can, welcome in. And feel free to come join us on Whatnot. It's free to come chill and chat. I actually feel sort of a creative block coming on, you know? Like I want to create, but it's not flowing like it did. Hey, Elizabeth. Because I'm looking at the owls and things like, because this is going to be a theme I'm leaning into for Let It Fall. Specifically, Grimm's Fairy Tales, number 174, The Owl. That's my inspiration. Usually I can visualize things coming together, even if they look different than my vision. But now I'm just like, I see nothing. I've also been very, very tired. Like my body's tired. It's like the cycle, instead of being the ones where I can't sleep at night, it's where about 7 o'clock, my body's like, you're done. You're done for the day. Don't talk to anybody. Don't walk the dog. Just go to bed. It's not really a choice. Yes, I just love them. There used to be one when we were tiny house living it. There was an owl on that property that we would often hear. I don't know why they call out, like if it's to I don't know. I'm gonna look in I have to look into that because I don't know a lot about owls. But I do think this one is one of my favorites. So I think this one or something like this is gonna be one that I this one actually is probably gonna be on the cover of this. A bigger one, maybe. Slightly bigger. All right. Well, maybe it's flowing. See, all I needed to throw around some paper, not scissors. I lost my scissors. I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, one thing I didn't show you guys too is I bought a bunch of like the silk florals for things that are not journals on sale. Because Joanne's had a bunch for like $1 or 80 cents. And the 80-cent ones they make you buy 3 of, but okay, twist my arm. At least when you order them online. So I got a bunch of those. Some of them are like there's some great pink ones. I think they'll be great for Pinkoween. They're like the fall dusty pink. That's what they call them, but that's cool. Okay, this is gonna be a nice base. Hey Diana. I'm just throwing some paper around, making some sort of little, color samples for Let It Fall. I don't have a lot of fall papers, but I do have some of these. We're just going to go with it. Thank you. Maria, hello. New friends, if we're not following each other, I would love it if you would follow me and I will follow you back when the show's over. Please bookmark my future shows. I'll be going live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific, that is 1 p.m. Eastern, for an hour, just chilling, sharing some Friday vibes with you, creating something. Peek! Hey Cindy, welcome back. Oh. Yes, I hear you on the whatnot break because sometimes during the week I'm not on and then I find out I missed people's shows that I really want to show up. I mean, not that anybody needs me there, but just to show that, hey, I'm here, I see you, and I'm cheering you on, you know. But sometimes I just need a break from it all. And creating with paper is my happy place. Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that, look at that. So let's throw some fabrics and things on here. I know these are sideways, that's okay. We're gonna pretend it's a sideways junk journal page. I'm busy with life, yeah. So let's put this on top of a card. I do like that. Ooh, it's even got the dark angels underneath. Interesting. I'm gonna need more of that because I like the whole take the top of the green and put it there. And since I don't have scissors, yeah, nothing cruddy. Just good things. And I like that we have this platform. Well, we have each other on any platform to come through for support. That shifted, didn't it? I keep wanting to reach for scissors. I think I did accidentally eat them because my favorite pair is gone and then my little white ones are gone. I only have my fabric scissors staring here. Can you guys hear the fabric scissors laughing at me? What a jerk. Rude. I like that. I almost want to have something else peeking out underneath, but we're gonna bookmark this because I liked making that big string of like sewn tags and things to put in stuff. It was just kind of fun. That does remind me though, Summer Dawn, one of my things to do today is I got to check the bobbin. I may have thread it wrong. And if the bobbin is right, then I need to check my tension. Yeah, snobby fabric scissors. I printed out the manual that you sent me, Summer Dawn. It actually printed out twice, unfortunately. So I've got some great scrap paper to make a future journal or something. But I printed it out so I would have a physical copy to look at too. So I was looking over the second copy last night. I just didn't dig out the original and it didn't talk about that, but it actually that part did help me troubleshoot because I was like, is my tension too loose? It may be too loose, but maybe the bobbin. So I'm gonna check that first. I feel so smart. Hey, Queen Scrapper. It's like my sewing machine is doing a thing and I can help troubleshoot it. Well, shout out to you. Thank you, Summer Dawn, and this manual. Shit. I feel like taking up these papers without scissors was kind of, I gotta sit down. Was kind of a great exercise in adapting because I like the torn look on these little pieces. I'm not usually a manual person, but like, if I'm assembling like furniture or something, I don't like to read the directions. And my husband does. That's always fun. So it's like, okay, who's taking the lead on this project? Are we doing instructions or not? I think it might be the day I dust off the sewing machine. Yay! Oh, fun. What do you think you'll make? You gonna sew some paper? I was telling Summer Dawn that this was, just not, I don't think it was here. It was fairly recent. Somebody was making a comment like, you're not supposed to sew paper. Or why would anyone want to sew paper? And I'm like, because I want two pieces of it together. And so Summer Dawn sent me a screenshot and says, the manual literally says to practice on paper. I'm like, oh, I'm using that. It does. Hey, Never Miss. I know. And I can do what I want. I'm doing it in love. I'm not trying to trash the thing. I love it. Her name is Tara May because she sews together fibers from the earth. She did. She circled it in red. The manual literally says to practice on paper. And I could almost hear the tone of voice where you're like, it literally says. I'm like, yep, that's right. We're doing that. Tomorrow I'll tell you guys where I find my scissors because this is just, I'm baffled. Freaking baffled. Use your love tonight. Yeah. I know. That was cool though. Because I am not usually a manual person, but I don't know. No, I do know. Because sometimes even with pictures and words, it doesn't make sense to me. Like the picture's off. It's like, okay, this looks like this, but it's actually like this, and this isn't there. And some people can just kind of what I would call fill in those gaps, and I cannot do that often. So it frustrates me. I feel like I can't understand it. So sometimes with some things, I have better results when I just get to know the thing and then like use the manual if I have to, but since I don't fully understand it, I just try to be like, okay, so this is the problem. There's a gap here. If it's like, you know, if it's not getting fire, then it needs to get fire. What's stopping it from getting fire? If we're like talking about cars, you know? So I just have to kind of bridge the gap. I'm gonna make a paper bag journal. Ooh! Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Get it? So cool. My brother is the same and it drives me nuts. I know it drives my husband nuts sometimes, but then after the dust settles, I just say, well, I'm just glad you love me. Troubleshoot on your own. Yeah, because it's like I really try. I want to understand. I would love to be able to just crack open a manual and that makes sense. But sometimes it's like, no, it wasn't written for someone with a brain like me because this particular thing doesn't make sense. Thankfully, in the manual, I think at least it makes sense enough to where I can use if even if the pictures look different, because like mine doesn't have that pedal or whatever, I can, just figure out some of the stuff like, okay, I know what this means and I know what I'm gonna do with it. So oh I said something like that to my husband, but then he'll wait till I get out of the room and then he'll just assemble it and then have it ready when I come back. Welcome back, Cupcake. He'll have it ready and I'll be like, oh, he'll like, see, I did it for you. And I see that he does that because he does love me. And I also see he did it because he's like, I just freaking handle it. But I think he's super kind too because it didn't used to be like this. If I'm kind of like taking the lead on something and he's helping me, he will let me do it the way I need to do it. And sometimes when it's just about getting a job done, it's like, okay, cool, thanks, that's done. Hungry eyes. I like to learn, but sometimes it's like, I don't need to learn doing that thing right now. That's okay. I almost don't want to cover that up. Should I do the other side then? I was a little more willy-nilly with it. I think it's just the talking and things, but last time there was literally like paper, glue, paper, glue, paper, glue. Hey, crazy bunny. Sean. Me too, because my brother taught me to. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, let's commit. Sometimes I have commitment issues when it comes to stuff like this. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Actually, let's put a little bit of orange here. Let's use the orange scraps of that fabric. Now we're flowing. Now we're cooking, they say. I almost brought one of my ravens from last week, but Raven had their chance. It's Owl's turn. And I can cut this because I have my fabric scissors. What a pisser, like for real. Stop laughing at me. Oh, really? I don't know how everyone's glue guns always look so clean. Yeah. Mine only does because I don't use it very often. And I was going to upgrade it, but I was like, I think I'm okay with this one for a little while. I want other things. And then I'm going to, not today, but at some point I'm going to take these and kind of sew them because I feel like these will make great additions to journals, like stuff to put in the pockets. One more reason I freak. Oh. Yeah. Hey, Janelle. And Bubba Betsy. Hey, Betsy. I don't know how I did this, but when I was making cards, I had a big red cordless one that I just put it in the cradle and that was the cord. I'm sure that they're the same now. I just had to tell you that, I guess. But somehow the glue stick was bigger. I was gluing and somehow I got one of my fingers in the spot where the glue goes when I was using it or setting it down. And don't ever do that. I don't know how that happened, but I will tell you, I never did it again. It was horrible. I don't know what happened, but I would never forget it. Mm, kind of looks like a sock when we do it like that. What's love? I might watch Thunderdome later when I'm creating some art. Practical talent. Hey, Shannon. Desert Nana. Hello. So we can do some embellishments on these. I think I do have some flatback thingy things, and I've got some of those shiny leaves. A shaker might not be a bad idea, right? But I feel like I want to do the bigger stuff, like the journals first, and then do the smaller stuff. This is just to get me going. How are you doing? What's love got to do? At the top of the hour, is anybody going to be going live? We could raid into you. I do want to stay longer, but I feel a little discombobulated, and I want to just take a minute to get myself maybe grounded, centered. And then we're going to try again tomorrow. I think a couple little leaves, the little shaker leaves I have around here somewhere are a little small. So we're going to just leave that there. I actually have leaf stuff. We're not going to get stuck on that right now. But this, I think it would be cool to do a little bulb pin here and maybe a little paper charm. That would be cute. A lot of work for a little tide, but I still think it would be really cute. Okay, so let's do this one. Be broken. Got to do with it. Ooh, naps. I love naps. You know, go let's till 5:30. Are you Eastern time, Crazy Bunny? Because I mean, if anybody's planning a show maybe next week, 12 p.m. Pacific, 12, 1, 2, 3, 3 p.m. Eastern, then we can plan that too. We also don't have to plan ahead, but sometimes it's nice. Yes, I'm going to do a book like that on this train with the owl theme. My owl theme is coming from, my inspiration came from Grimm's Fairy Tales, the story of the owl. And so I've got a couple covers ready. Yeah. I got this cover. And then I have a couple small ones that I want to do, or smaller ones I want to do. And I'm also going to do some paper folios because those do take more work and therefore the price point's higher. But I want to cover all kinds of different price ranges a little bit better than I did last time too. But I think people really enjoyed those journals. So I would love an excuse to make more. We're going to let that stick up. Who says it has to not? Run, run, run. Oh, yay. Oh, yeah, fill-ins happen. Yeah, sometimes it's like, I wanna stay up late, I know I'm gonna need a nap. Maybe we'll all be chilling in somebody else's crafting till tonight while we're doing stuff. Yay, covering your cards. I love naps. I really do. I do need to, if I take a nap, I need to have an hour set aside for it, even if I don't sleep an hour. Anything other than that, I get really irritated. One time my husband was like, "Well, just go lay down for 15 minutes." I said, "And do what?" "Sleep." Right. I said, "That doesn't work for me." That doesn't work for me. My brain doesn't work like that. Run, run. Oh, do you? Does it not go well? Oh, yeah. Letty likes to be the little spoon. So if I'm laying on the couch and I have a blanket down, she will just come plop and curl up and be the little spoon. She loves it. And she has been acting up and really, she's been asking for something on Saturdays. And I strongly believe we used to get some cuddle time on Saturdays because that used to be my day off. Day off, right? So I've been just creating or, watching trains and hanging out and stuff like that. So I have been neglecting her. That could explain a lot. Do like that. Dark Angels. I don't play Warhammer, but it sounds interesting. I would consider it. I love coffee. Any other coffee drinkers here? Do you like tea? I drink tea too, but coffee's like my favorite. Coffee's my favorite. Oh, this could be a coffee card. Coffee! Got a spooner and a drapper. Oh, Draper. Sorry, I read that wrong. Oh. Oh, like a 3-year-old fighting asleep. It is, but dang, we need it. Hey, Tucky girls. Genticity. I hope I'm saying that right. I know, if a dog is snuggling up to me, it's like, don't do that. Little buddy, we're going to fall asleep. That's cute. Okay, we're making a coffee card. Coffee. I haven't finished my first one yet, which happens when I'm hanging out here with y'all. I'm low on glue, so I'm glad that we're doing this though, because I was actually thinking y'all might watch me refill my glue. How fun. You want to watch me look for scissors or refill my glue? You can watch me cry about it. Like a toddler. No. I would rather be doing stuff, but I also like sleep. So that's a conundrum. Did I use that word right? Oh. I think I might want to hand mix these songs after this because I think there's a lot of songs that we're sleeping on, but it just doesn't come up. Oh, that's not my business. Okay, we're gonna wait until I find my other scissors. I almost grabbed the fabric ones, but if I do it once, I'll keep doing it. So let's go ahead and get rid of these. Okay. Temptation. I've already ruined a pair of fabric scissors. I'm not doing it again. I like to set up everything that I might use close to me when I'm in a show. Because I got to see it. If I don't see it, it doesn't exist, right? But I'm a great peekaboo player. So that could just be it. Can you picture me every once in a while just glancing around quietly trying to see if I can see my damn scissors? I don't want to go to bed. It's a waste of life. I don't know why Dion likes it so much. I like this little postcard too. Did I tell you I almost brought the raven over here too, but this is Owl's turn. Vinny has to sit down. Although Vinny will still be here, I'm going to show those other two pieces that I worked on too. So we have this. That's cool. I don't know if I have a little trimmy trim though. What can I put on there? Jay Turner. Hello. I'm going to do something. This doesn't match. I'm putting, oh, and I yeeted that over there, but I need this. It's fabric. I do keep pocket knives handy. My dad taught me well. One of the good things I learned from my dad. Every room in my house, you're going to see a pocket knife. Oh. This doesn't match. To me, it doesn't. And if you think it does, we can agree to disagree. But I'm going to be a little rebel in my own brain, and I'm going to glue this on there. Ooh, no, I want to do it here. No, not there. I'm going to do that one, a little coordinating one. Just don't want to be too square, you know? Because then I will be expecting myself to always do it. So let me see, what is a color? That would sort of pop. I mean, brown wouldn't pop, but it's at least darker. Holy smokes, we just heard this. Tomorrow we'll probably listen to Tears for Fears Pandora. And then we can thumbs up or down songs. I do have the one with commercials. So every commercial, we take a drink of coffee or water or something. It's Friday. It could be something different, but. Those cozy fall colors that make me crave apple pie. Nope, I crave that all year round. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So far, so good. Let's put little leaves here by the apples. Are you going to use that in a journal, or are you just going to sell it? Either way, so beautiful. I wish I was crafty. I'm trying. Oh, that sounds peaceful. The Panda Express at the deer sanctuary. I know, Tears for Fears and things like that. That'll be tomorrow's jam. So these ones, I am probably going to add a little bit of sewing to them for fun. And I will either add them to the journals, or I may add some of these to journals and then make some for little givey. So people who buy the journals can have a little extra pack of things. But this is really an exercise in just getting me going to get some things flowing, you know. It's almost like, you know, creative foreplay, if you will. Yeah, we're going to do that. And I think Do you feel like you don't like what you create if you say you're crafty and you're trying? I think as long as you like what you create, and if you don't, then I don't know, maybe try a little something different. One of the things I like about the junk journal aspect of things is how it's kind of supposed to be junky. And I know that maybe some of my journals people wouldn't call junk journals if they're intentional or some of the papers kind of match. So I try to call them journals. I don't want to like be too stuck on labels, but if I call them something and somebody were to like it and purchase it, that's why I like to do flip throughs. I like somebody to know what they're getting. But I like making it kind of junky and vintage and just kind of really and that might be something fun that we do. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe next week. Just like if you want to craft along, maybe you just bring a handful of papers. It could be receipts, it could be packaging for things. And then I grab a bunch of stuff. And it could be crafting papers, it could not be, but we just glue a bunch of stuff together and just see how we can make it into something that we like ourselves. That'd be something fun, yeah. Maybe we could do like an evening pop up. Spotify usually plays The Cure, The Smiths. I haven't used Spotify yet. Is it free to try? I know I'm feeling a little yucky about my scissors. I would probably be dancing. Woo! At least you're out of the train. I know I can't do 2 days before. I don't even think I could fill in 2 days before. Who, me? I've been doing Thursdays and Fridays, 2 days. For at least an hour, I like to do. Because I wanted to come and hang out with you guys regularly. I'll have to see. I've not used Spotify before. I just kind of got stuck on YouTube and Pandora. I don't know what it is. I need to tap into my imagination and my covers. I can't get them to look so pretty. Oh. Maybe you feel like you're still finding your style that you really like. Sister 3 of 5. Sally. Sister Sally. Maybe we'll try. You guys want to help me with Spotify tomorrow? Well, we didn't craft, but here are my scissors and here's Spotify. No, I want to sew a little piece on there. Maybe just I think I'm probably going to do this afterwards because I know that as I'm talking, I'm really being a little bit more intentional than what I was last time. And I feel like I want to really just like let loose. But just with the talking, not that it's a bad thing. I'm doing a little more intentional, but I want to make a little bit more of a mess. I think maybe I'm just a little tired, like in body, not like sleepy tired, but so I'm just going to lean into this and have fun with it. Only because Dan has his Prime Music on in the shop. Oh, there's so many music options. Not complaining. I like me some music. Let's see. Who should we put here? Do I have a fox? Or do we want to put tea? Do we want to put a cup of tea? Oh, never miss. We could put this. It's in a Moscow Mule cup. With somebody who loves me. Did we already hear this one? There we go. Oh. I don't mind those medleys, but I want to hear everybody. CNC Music Factory. Bear with me. trying to remind myself. I like the torn look. Who else is dancing? Do you want to laugh? I can dance and co-host myself. Gion's weird. She's our people. Oh, I just got here. Yeah. Yeah, good music never goes out of style. But the next person I hear call this an oldie, I'm walking away. No, I'm just kidding. Jump with the rhythm, jump, jump with the rhythm, jump. That's what happened with my scissors. I bet I danced them away and accidentally yeeted them across the room. I gotta be careful though. Sometimes the dog's in here to move your butt. Ha. Move your butt, everybody. We're having a Moscow Mule. If you don't like Moscow Mules or you don't drink, that's okay because this is whatever you want it to be. Baby, let the music take control. I feel like that leaves a lot. Let the rhythm move you. Oh, where's those fabric scissors I threw? Well, if anything, maybe your one takeaway from today is that if you ever feel like you're kind of messy and things just don't flow well some days, you're not alone, friends. I didn't get to see a lot of these music videos when I was an adult because growing up, all of this was bad. But I was like, this is fascinating. And there's nothing bad about it. So my daughter grew up with a lot of this stuff and seeing how fun it is. See, just a little fabric behind. That looks nice. I used to really like U2 and Depeche Mode also, still kind of do. Crafted Chaos. We're making a mess, dancing, and wondering where my scissors went. I remember actually dancing in the clubs going, I'm sweating. It's hot in here. Oh, your dad is a musician? Oh, I love that. I love music. I love the vibration of it, the sounds. The only music I really don't care for is country. I don't care for it at all. But I realize it's a vibe for a lot of people. That's okay. I don't care for it, but I never did appreciate opera or even like polka. But I realize that some people love it. So just love music and I love how people feel so strongly with it. It can be like even no words and people are vibing so hard. There's like, I just love music. I know. Yeah, I cannot not have music ever. If I don't have music playing, it's sometimes playing in my head. Oh. Summer Dawn says, I like 90s country. That's about it. I went down yonder on a hoochie coochie how, lol. Hoochie coochie. I know it does. Come on, what not? Hoochie coochie is the name of a song. That's all. Let her say it. I went through a hardcore country, like not hardcore country phase, but my phase was like, I did a steer into like I was into country for like a straight year in high school, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm over that. I don't really care for it anymore." Let's see, we've got these nice and simple. La di da. Where did those little? Okay, right here. Labby dabby dooby. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm starting to flow. I recommend this. Just get a bunch of scraps together, put them down, and see what the heck happens. With it. No. If I had another contrasting color of something. With it. They don't all have to match. It's a reminder for me and anyone else who needs it. One, two, three, four. I like that. Just a little something else, you know? Oh, like so is it like the Who? Mongolian metal? 80s and EDM. Love those. People only listen to American artists. Yeah. I know I do. I love other cultural music, especially when I'm like if I'm like walking by somewhere and I've been to a few different states, made a quick stop in Amsterdam, and I used to go to France a lot. But other than that, I haven't been to a lot of other places where there was public music playing. But I love it. It's just there's like it feels really powerful. The Who? The Who, love it. Oh my goodness, that's one of my like power songs. And I really like what's the song called? I have to tell you guys about this one. It's different. It's I needed a power song just from like I was looking up like artists and singers who are from like, Polynesian descent or Polynesian music. And I found one that became my power song when my daughter and I were going through some serious shit in 2016. I can't find the name of it though. It was I need to find it. Now I need to tell you. No. Um Doggone it. I need to find it. It was so outstanding. And I can say everything I was ever told about it was wrong. It was amazing. Every summer, that was where we went, and didn't spend so much time in Paris, mostly, but down south and like in Saint and surrounding cities and things like that. Bordeaux, we got to go to the Cognac Museum. Beautiful. The food was amazing. It's super simple, but it was just so different. I love it. Leave a little sparkle. Welcome in. Yes. Oh, this song? I know. I'm gonna throw my back out if I put this thing down. No, I have to find that song. I have to tell you guys. It's on one of my playlists. I can tell you guys. I'm about to throw my back out because it's been a little bit on the fragile side lately. working up a sweat. I'm going to find it really quick here. Thank you for bearing with me. Psh, push it. Psh, push it. Did they change how things are set up on your playlists? I have to. More than I need to find my scissors, I need to tell you. This is important to me. Thank you, everyone, for your support on this journey. Yes. Should listen to that tomorrow. I like Tears for Fears, or maybe we'll listen to both. Oh, dance party. I love that too, the soft rock, Phil Collins. I like that too. So. I know I want to eat everywhere too. I think that's one of ooh, I'm jealous. Tears for Fears on vinyl. My husband and I, we want to take a trip back home, and there's a bunch of places he wants to take me to eat because he grew up back home and I didn't. And so, yeah, I just can't wait to go and experience that with him. Hopefully, we'll be able to at least plan a trip if we move and get settled somewhere where Letty has her own yard and everybody can take her out to the bathroom. I love house music. I love EDM and trap too. Sometimes though the consistent beats and stuff really like calm me. You really got me going. All right, still looking. I'm getting closer. I'm on my right playlist. Oh, I'm so frustrated. I'm gonna have to show you guys tomorrow, okay? Because I need to let that go. Otherwise, I'll be doing that all day. Oh, yay. Oh, okay. And you're dancing too, aren't you? Will it ever stop? I like these. So these, if I just sew a little piece here and there, I think that's great. It just adds a little bit of texture. And with the lighter colors, I will probably change the thread. I wonder if I have a brown. I didn't go bonkers on thread because I wasn't sure if I was going to like sewing. So I want to try to use what I have and see what I have. I might have like black. It might even be navy blue, but I'll think it's black and I'll sew it on there. So we're going to see how that goes. What? What in the world? Stop. I mean, don't stop. Keep going. All right. Well, we're starting that one again. Oh, thank you. They'll be fun to modify. Yeah, we'll just leave that apple open. Yo. Kit Kat, what did I ever do to you? Shit. Rude. I feel like a vacation would be nice, but you know I'd be on here with y'all. Guys, I just had to do a pop-up. Check this out, and I miss you. What are you guys doing? Thank you. Can you imagine these with a little bit of sewing pieces here and there? I think I don't. Sometimes so many words come to my head. Ice, ice, baby. This is one of the journal covers I have is this fabric. So we're gonna cut some scraps off of this. I know that if I went to like the fabric store, I could find some great fabrics, but I feel like I'm really creative and in the best vibe right now when I'm using what I have. Thankfully, I have a lot of stuff. I be cooking MCs like a pound of bacon or vegan steak. If I were to put something else on here too, that'd be cool because different layers. Okay, so we have that. Did we need anything else? Less than bikinis. Now that would be pasties. Or giant googly eyes from the dollar store. For my Let It Fall outfit. It's all the same. That'd be cool for a pocket. This could be a pocket. Let's do a double pocket. Vanilla Ice. If I'm not appreciating the song enough, I have to restart it. Yeah, I'm that way too. I was like, oh, I can't believe I was thinking about something else for that whole song. Do over. That's so cool. Miss Honey's mom. Ice, ice, baby. Vanilla ice. That's cute. I always do the little punchy things, which I do like, but I think this will be fine without it. This is just a for funsy tag anyway. I mean, they're all for funs, but you know. And oh yeah, word to your mother. I could see you googling eye things. Googling eye googly eyeing things. Oh, we are 7 minutes past noon. I'm gonna finish this one up. And we can find somebody to raid. Thanks guys for coming to hang out. See you tomorrow, right? Lulu's Lovely Life. Hello. Thank you for taking a moment out of your lovely life to stop by and say hello. We're making some fall inspired treasures. Just having a little creative blitz. Putting my thumb here so I don't glue my pocket shut because that's like, with overthinking, that is, gluing pocket shut is like one of my superpowers. So maybe tomorrow we start with Tears for Fears and then we transfer into more 90s hip hop. And we'll break out the cardboard. Just kidding. Funniest thing, I don't know if any of you were in the PNW Raid Train show that Twisted Ohana and Custom Woodburning and Janae Starlet Studio were hosting. This was a few months ago. Well, I guess Twisted Ohana, she printed, or her husband printed some 3D printed some Sasquatches, and she said she was having trouble standing them up. They were on the side. So she put out a little piece of cardboard, and I started laughing because I knew right what that was. And I guess she grew up in Cali. She's like, if you know, you know. And she was telling us, it was super funny. I just love her. She's the best. She was talking about how she would walk around carrying her cardboard, but she would never actually put it down because she was like, I don't know if she said she was shy to dance or what, but it was funny the way she was telling that story. There we go. Yeah. I would trim this down if I could find my scissors, but I can't. So let's not talk about that. But I think this will be really cool to put some other little thingies in just for something fun, like a little. I think sometimes these turn out just as good, if not even better, than the ones that are specifically made for pockets. I remember seeing my dad and uncles with cardboard. Oh, yeah, those huge boom boxes. I loved the huge ones. I had a smaller one, but I didn't also carry it around either. But I loved those. I thought those were so cool. Mm, I got it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's try the other side. Yeah. I like it when fabric frays. I think it's cool. Hi, Gigi. Hey, friend. Oops. Didn't mean to bump you guys. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, that was a little off camera, but yeah. Cool. So come back tomorrow. Let's work on a journal or something. I think this was good prep. I'll find my scissors. I'll find that song I wanted to show you guys, and it'll be fun. Don't forget to bookmark. I can't get the glue out sometimes. Could be because I let it sit so long. Okay. Ta-da! I like this one. Who knows? A couple little scraps might find their way on the edge of it. Because we have this one, we've got tea. Looks like chai, maybe, with some leaves. A little shroomy. Put a little somethings in there. I know this is purple. It's not really fall colors, but so it's cute. I'll put that there just for now. This one. And this is all without scissors, mind you. We need scissors, right? Well, we all do, but this is a cool little set of cards. What do you guys think? Add some sewing to that. I think will be a nice little touch, little texture touch. I think this will be great on either really dark colors or, yeah, on top of dark colors. We're going to leave these like that because there will be some more creating. Aren't they cute? That's cool. I'm actually not sure. We'll see what we're leaning towards. I might work on a journal tomorrow. I might work on the tin. But this was fun. If it's going to be something like today, I might make more pockets and tags, but we'll go ahead and see. I think that's a lot of fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. I think let's find somebody to raid. We've got junk paper scissors. We've got Wonder Woman. Oh. Let's see. Should we raid Wonder Woman? There's Constance. Oh, Constance and garage sales. Hey, let's check that out. Buckle up, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.